Hello, today's April 2nd, and it is a special day. It's been 1 year since I was in the hospital for my plasmapheresis. I was there for 10 days, and I had to get the plasma exchange every other day, and I had bad reactions. And then I came home and started on my prednisone and my Rituxan and physical therapy, occupational therapy, and all the fun stuff to try to get back what I had lost. So this update, which is, I wrote it down, there's so much information. It's been 22 days since my last update, 230 days since my first infusion of Rituxan, and I don't know how many days, I'd have to look it up, but February 23rd was my second infusion of Rituxan. And before I talk about how I feel, let me just do some shout outs, because it's been a year, and a lot of people have been helping me out, and I just need to recognize some people, because it's been a while. I've just been doing updates. So let me just do this special shout out. First, I want to thank my wife, Joanne. She's been helping me a lot. We've been through a lot. There's a lot going on, not just with my illness, but just with any family, you always have things going on. I mean, she's been really helping me out, just being strong, being there for me, helped me handle a lot of things. I'm on medication. Sometimes I don't think clearly, so she she helps me out and tolerates a lot of the, I guess what you can call side effects of the medications. And yes, it is the prednisone I'm talking about, which I'm going to get to. I got a good prednisone story. So I'm going to do a lot of talking on this update, since it's been a year since the hospital visit. So thank you, Joanne, my wife. I love you very much, and she knows it. I want to thank my family, my mom, my brother Ray, my brother Rudy, my sister Anita. They've been helping me out, with things, just daily stuff. I mean, there's so much to go into, but my family's always there for me, and that's important that you have those. I would say, some families not tight, but my family, we're pretty tight. So I want to thank my family, and then of course all my relatives that have been just help me out however they can. I want to thank my hip hop crew, Spectre crew. They are here constantly, practicing, hanging out, just helping me with a lot of stuff, going to competitions, holding up the practices. I want to thank my Kajikemba Ohana. They've done a lot, fundraisers. Just whenever I need help, they're there. Pat, been helping me a lot. Coach Larry. Some of the people I'd like to mention: Neil, Ashley, John. Hopefully there's there's so many people I got to mention, but I didn't write it all down. Well, before I move on, let me talk about this prednisone story. So if you've been following me, you know I always bring it up and complain about the side effects. I know it is helping, but there are all those side effects. What side effects? Well, there's the moon face, which if you've seen my earlier videos, you've seen the how skinny I was, and then I started prednisone, 60 milligrams, and then I got the moon face. Then I was retaining water. Then I put on weight. What else? Gosh, just the memory. I lose concentration. Sometimes I space out. Just ask my wife; she'll tell you. So, anyways, the funny story is I've been down to we tapered down eventually to 20 and 10 every other day, and it helped a lot. And just this past week, we've been getting a lot of rain out here, and everything's blooming, so allergy season, and it triggered my asthma. So I went to the doctor, and I wasn't sure. I kind of had a feeling it was my asthma, and he agreed. So he bumped me up to 60 milligrams on my prednisone just for 5 days. But I tell you what, those 5 days, I noticed a big difference. I just, spacing out and my wife could tell. We were out looking at new cars, and they're asking me questions, and I couldn't answer them. I'm like, you know. So I've been taking that, and today is the first day that I'm going back down to 20. So I'm hoping, well, I don't have to hope. I already know that it's going to take probably a few days for it to kick in, but you know, the concentration and the just what I call brain farts, you know, they're there. Hopefully, you know, they will go away. But I wrote everything down, chicken scratch, just so I can remember, because usually I just wing it. I just get on here and talk about how I feel. So my asthma's been acting up, and it's clearing up. It's still, you know, the allergies, it's not as bad as it was a week ago, but everyone around me is getting either sick or getting allergies. So that's what's going on with that. Let's talk about how I feel before we move on and reflect on this past year. So how am I feeling right now? Well, you know, the prednisone, I already talked about that. Let's start with the biggest challenge right now is, for me, is because they say the hands and the feet come back last. And my feet, my ankles, I still don't have the feeling back. I have partial feeling, and my ankles and my calves are super weak. I mean, I can't step on my tippy toes. I don't have full range of motion on my ankles, but we're working on it. That's been our main focus, is working on the ankles, working on the calves. So that is affecting my static standing. And when I say static standing, I can walk around, and as soon as I stop, I feel like a falling tree, and you know, I got to grab onto something or I'm gonna fall down. And so we've been doing a lot of exercises just focusing on that area. So that's, it's been frustrating for me, because you know, a lot of progress. I mean, I'm still progressing. I feel stronger. My balance is getting better, but it's just that thing, because that static standing, there's so much that I want to do, but I can't do. You know, like, I'll just give you an example. You know, some of my martial arts, the forms we do, you'll hold a certain position. You're perfectly still, and you know, I try to balance, and I'm teeter-tottering. You know, I'll use a cane or a crutch to help out, but it's not the same, because you know, you're stepping forward, you're punching, and you're throwing a kick, and as soon as I stop and hold, like, you know, this karate freeze right here, and all of a sudden it's like, you know, there's the weakest link, which is my ankles. So that's a focus. You know, we're really focused on that. Moving up, my legs are getting pretty strong. We're still focusing also on the core, glutes. Moving up, my upper body is getting stronger. My back, I think because I've been going to the gym and doing a lot of pull exercises, and a lot of the exercises that Ashley gave me helped me with the range of motion and strengthening my shoulders. Shoulders are still kind of weak. I mean, they're getting there, but I still feel not as strong and still kind of tight there, you know. Hands, you know, I have better control, but they're still, you know, still need some work. What do they would call this? My push palm. I don't know if you can see my push palm, but some of the fingers they're not strong enough where they can, especially this one here, my ring finger. So we're working on that, you know, getting the arm so that I can hold it straight. See that? This one's a little better, but what is that? There it goes. I don't know if you can see that curve. The fingers, the two fingers, these two here. Trying to get that push palm, but you know, the hands are coming back last. But the grip strength has just been going up and up. What is this, up to 53? And this one's up to 50 now. Left hand catching up. So, you know, they're getting pretty strong. You know, I can do a lot with my hands now. Definitely can game, which brings me to Arcade Expo. I missed I missed the last one, but the Arcade Expo, the Pinball Madness I went to, but Arcade Expo I missed. So I went to Arcade Expo with a friend of mine, Sean McKinney, and we had a blast. It was a good time. I stood up and played pinball and played the video games, and it was nice. It was a good workout, good therapy. But Sean kept saying, "You're not here to for therapy. You're here to have fun." So, you know, we brought the chair, so if I got tired, you know, I can sit in it, and it was nice, you know. But you know, I was walking around, and we had a blast just playing the pinball machines and the video games. Been going to some competitions, watching Spectre Crew get down, do their thing. I know they went to Vegas. They went to Vegas and did a battle. I couldn't make that, but there was recently they did one locally. I'll see if I can get footage from that. Maybe I can put some footage here, but I'm not sure how much footage I've got. I'll check it out. We'll see. What else do I got here written down? Let's see. I said I'm going to the gym. I'm still doing the Tai Chi with Pat, doing some Kaju, the sticks, martial arts. This is a big deal. Driving. So I've been doing exercises, practicing driving. Started with sitting in the car and pressing the gas and the brake, just going back and forth, getting familiar with it, and moving my leg, just because I haven't driven my car in a year. It's actually been over a year. So I was practicing that, and then I had my brother Ray take me to a parking lot, and I drove in the parking lot, and like they say, it's just like riding a bike. I felt good, I felt comfortable, confident. So the next day I drove to the doctor's, and I drove on the freeway, and since then I've been just driving around town. Yesterday was the first day that I actually drove without my brother, and I'm doing pretty good there. My neighbors were tripping out. They're like, "What? No way!" Because you know they see me in the wheelchair, and next you know I'm driving here. So it was pretty cool. So I'm driving around. So it's nice to have that freedom. What is different? What has changed this past year? Let's see. Last year, so I was declining, and this year I've been, you know, just getting everything back. So I'm stronger. Obviously, I'm walking around. I still use my my crutches, and around the house I walk either without them or I use a cane. As far as the chair is concerned, you know, it's a tool. If I'm really exhausted, you know, I have no shame. You know, it's a tool, so I'll use that chair. I know Coach doesn't want me sitting near that chair. He says, "Get a different chair." But you know, sometimes it's just convenient because these regular chairs don't roll around, and sometimes you're so tired, and unless you have CIDP, you don't know what I'm talking about. You know, they talk about that feeling of you know, sometimes you're exhausted, or you're just shot. If you don't get enough sleep, you can feel it. My muscles get heavy. Sometimes I'll do an all-nighter. I'll stay up till like 2 or 3 in the morning gaming with some friends. I've got a friend in Nebraska, David Ruth, and he does approve this message. I'll play with him, and I'll play with Dustin, and we just do all-nighters playing games, and then the next day I can definitely feel the difference. You know, I just feel sluggish, and just it's like the muscles are tight. They don't work as well, and I'm just tired. So that's what happens when I stay up all night. All right, let me look at my notes because I'm, like I said, that prednisone just still getting to my head. So I said it was 22 days since my last update. It's 230 days since the infusion of Rituxan, the first infusion, and February 23rd was the second infusion. Yeah, let's see if I left anything else out. Oh, I know one thing I want to throw in here. If you've seen before, I used to have my wife film my fish tank because I was in the hospital bed and I couldn't see my fish tank, and it was a little 5-gallon tall fish tank with these little fishes, and she'd feed them and film it on her phone, and I would watch the video afterwards. So, well, I still have the tank, but I tore it down. Now I have a 40-gallon bow front tank, and I got it right next to my bed. So I'll put just a few seconds of that there, but it's nice because I can sit there and just, I really enjoy my fish. I'm getting back into the tropical fish hobby. So that's a new thing I've been doing. Let me think what else. Gosh, so much I've been doing. I go out to the grocery store. I'll go to Home Depot, and it's a regular thing. I'll get the shopping cart and I'll walk around the store for an hour, sometimes 2 hours. So that's extra. Anything extra physical I can do, I try to do, even if like my feet, like I say, I got partial feeling, but then sometimes my feet will ache, and I take that as a good thing. Oh, my feet, they hurt so bad, but that's good because I wasn't feeling anything, right? My feet itch sometimes. Sometimes I get, I call them shocks, and it feels like someone's shocking me, and I feel like this shock just go down and it goes into my toes. It's like, and it's painful. And I'll be just sitting there all of a sudden, bzz, bzz, and it gets me. And I've talked about that before, but I've been getting that. Reiki, I just went to a Reiki healing circle with my good friend Gerda. And I'm still doing that, with if you've read up or you understand how that energy how that works, I do that. So, I'm still doing a lot of different things. I don't want to say just one thing is helping me. I think it's a combination, and definitely my support. Everyone, if you're watching this and you've been helping me, you know who you are. I mean, I shouldn't have to keep saying everybody's name over and over. And if I could, I would, but I can't remember everyone's names right now. I wrote down a few names here. But yeah, just definitely have a good support group and just have that positive attitude. I know that I am going to have a full recovery, and if you can't see that already, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to have full recovery. It's just going to take time. I mean, it's taken a lot longer than I thought. To be honest, the very first video I made, I thought it was going to be maybe 2 to 3 months, and that's it. I'd be back in action. Here I am, over a year later, and I'm still waiting to get it all back. But, it's going to come back, and I get frustrated. I do sometimes. I get frustrated. I don't get like crazy frustrated, but I'll be standing up, and then as soon as I start losing my balance, and I'll go through the exercises, and then if I get frustrated, I'll just take a step back and say, okay, I can't do this. Let me do what I can. I'll give you an example. When I went to the gym the first time and the second time, I rode the bike, and who knew it was going to be so hard to ride a bicycle again. It's just one of those exercise bikes, and I don't know what they call it, but it's not the regular one where you're upright. It's you're kind of sitting down and your legs are in front. So I did that. I can only do 2 minutes, and I struggled. It was hard. 2 minutes. I was uncoordinated. I was weak. I mean, I was sweating. I was straining, but I did the 2 minutes, and I gave 100%, 150%. So I'm like, okay, I can only do 2 minutes. So I did 3 sets of 2 minutes, So next time I went in and I thought, okay, maybe I can do 3 minutes. Well, I did 3 sets of 2 minutes again. But, I still was consistent, and I have it all documented. So, when I do it again, then maybe I'll do 3 sets of 2.5 minutes. And eventually it'll be, maybe I'll do the 6 minutes nonstop or 10 minutes. So it's just building. And I get upset, but I just find some way to make it work. So when I'm standing and I'm working these balance exercises, one of my favorite is putting a chair next to the wall, and I'll stand up, and if I fall forward, I got the wall to catch me, and I do a wall push-up, and I push up, and then balance, and then if I fall down backwards, then I sit down, then I stand up. And so I'm working squats, I'm doing push-ups on the wall, and I'm working my balance. And I get frustrated because sometimes I'll balance good, sometimes I'm falling over. And I say, okay, fine. Then I'll just do however many, 10, 15, reps, and then just leave it at that. Instead of getting mad, say, okay, I did it, just the workout, Like when you lift weights, you don't get mad. Oh, I can't do 50 more pounds, so I'm going to get all ticked off. No, you just do what you can. So, that's how I take it with this exercise and this progression of mine. But it's getting better. Every morning I get up and I feel stronger. I can feel like just a little bit more, and I'm going back to work. July, I got my LOA extended, so that's still giving me a lot of time to build up more strength. But at the rate I'm going, I mean, my occupational therapist, she thinks is it by next month, we will meet her goals, and I won't have to go there anymore. The hands, definitely real happy about that. So let me think. Is there anything I forgot? Dustin's not here to help me. I'm here all alone, so let me figure it out. Let me see what I wrote on my notes here. Yeah, 1 year, and it's a big deal. So I want to thank everybody for just all your support and understanding. And I know a lot of a year ago, I mean, everyone was coming to visit me in the hospital, and I thought that was the neatest thing. People were coming out that I didn't even expect to see, people I haven't seen for years. And then slowly, I think because, I started getting progression, people stopped visiting me, and they stopped calling me, and they stopped writing me. And now I have, just, the regulars that are still around, that have been around, and the finish line is coming close, and we'll see who's here with me during the finish line. But, I do appreciate, everyone, taking their time out and coming to see me. But, I miss all my friends that I haven't seen in such a long time. So if you have time, call me, text me. I don't know, something. It's been a while since I heard from some of you guys. I don't want to say any names. I'm not going to put anyone on blast, but you know how to get a hold of me, and you know what I say. Friends don't need to be invited. They just show up. So when people just show up, I think it's just awesome. That's how I am with my friends. We're tight. They're family. I don't need to invite you to come visit me. You don't need an appointment to come see me. I'm not working. I'm at home, and I'm doing this update. So hopefully I didn't leave anything out. I'll see what kind of footage I have. I can't guarantee a lot of footage because I'm talking so much. It says here I'm already like 21 minutes in, and it's all just talking. But I just wanted to reflect this past year. And if I didn't take the prednisone for the 5 days, I'd probably have clearer thoughts, more organized. But hey, it is what it is, and we'll just have to go from there. So I think that's all I got, and if I forgot, I will edit it in. So peace out.
When you get there and you walk there, and we were going down, we went that Montezuma Grade Road, whatever it is, from up north of Santa Isabel, before Lake Warner Springs.
That's
the back way.
Yeah,
not going from Julian. Going from
Banner Grade.
Yeah.
Banner Grade.
And no, Banner Grade's the other one. That's by Julian. We went the other way. If you go to Santa Isabel.
So you went up down through Ranchita?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I still can't push it.
That's why you
I can lean my body.
Yeah, clean your body, but you see if you can get the calf muscles working. Of course, the trampoline will make you do that more. We've done the trampoline.
Yeah, that one bouncing.
Okay, put your feet slightly apart. Can you slide them a little bit?
A little bit more.
Yeah. Okay. Just gonna put my foot here, kind of when you step down, so it doesn't make it hard on their foot that's remaining. Step back down behind you.
Back down.
Yeah. Okay. And the other one. Okay. And now also give to side to side.
This is side.
So you can do a clockwise or counterclockwise motion, like a rolling coin, You feel that difference? Because the way the wood's is graded, it's concentric circles.
It's the fastest way
They
to
get
do it.
smaller and smaller as you go. This is good for uneven terrain walking.
On the foam pads, I do them correct. I don't do it like that.
And as you get some strength back, hopefully, and doctor in neurology said it'll be come back and last at the ankles, right? She said the ankle strength will come back.
Yeah,
fast,
yeah.
right?
She said the
hands
and feet, the ankles.
Yeah, you may want to go in the summer if you get a little bit strength back, go walk on the beach or something, barefoot. Near the squat. Okay, and now practice bouncing. Just bounce in the squat position.
Oh, bounce in the squat position?
Yeah.
Like here? Bounce?
Right.
Ronnie's version of twerking.
Let go with the left.
I'm supposed to do something like this?
Yeah.
like I'm riding a horse or something?
Bronco Billy.
Body straight.
Looks more like you should be in that smack that ass position.
Okay, now put your right hand down.
What's that?
Put your right hand down.
Okay.
Okay.
You got me back, right?
I got you.
Okay.
Okay. I don't have the belt, but I have my hands here.
Okay.
And just
You'll
see
find
if-
out.
You can see if you can just bounce a little bit, hardly at all, and not hold on. But your calf is getting a little workout.
Yeah.
Because you got resistance, okay?
You got me?
I got you. That's why my hands are here.
Good, good, good.
Okay? Practice keeping that weight forward. Practice finding that center of gravity.
Would it help if he's more in the middle of the trampoline?
It will. Back up a little bit and see if it's
Stepping forward.
okay. So practice doing the squats. We did this last week, remember?
Yeah. Oh, falling back.
Oh, gotcha.
You got me. Okay.
Okay, lean
Get my
forward.
center. I'll get my center.
Okay, that's why I grabbed it. You grab it.
Okay.
So when I see that you're not staying in the center, I'm gonna let you know. You feel it anyway, all right?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
feel it. Right away.
Come back up. Try to keep in the center of gravity while you squat. Keep the core tight. Keep the core tight. Whoop. Okay, take a break. And if you want to hold on to my forearm, you can.
Okay.
You can always go like that.
That's just
okay?
so I can get started.
This is going to help improve your walking when you're walking without the posture. Because you do, shift weight a little bit and bend one knee slightly.
I still feel like I'm falling forward.
Watch that center of gravity. You're looking good. You're keeping the center of gravity longer than last time. Good.